Real quick, I've only got a couple of jokes that I'm telling them. I'm gonna work on my crowd work, so if y'all pay attention, I'm going to make fun of you at the end of this. Alright. So anyone else learn something absolutely useless during the pandemic? Like y'all trapped inside? Yeah, exactly. All of your college classes. Trust me, I understand how useless a 4-year degree is.
It is.
Yeah, I work in news. But I decided that I was going to be cool and I was going to learn how to play a musical instrument. I was like, yeah, I ain't going to try and learn none of that basic white boy shit, though. Guitar, who's got time for that shit? So I picked a ukulele. Yeah. And I learned about 4 chords and the first verse to a song and decided I was going to take that show on the road and head to the only place that didn't close down in the pandemic, Florida. And so I get down there and I bring my ukulele out to the beach and I'm like, oh, I'm about to pull all the bitches. Everybody. And just like I thought, yep, no bitches. No bitches, not even one. Yeah. Apparently women don't like watching you play with your tiny wooden tool when they could watch you play with a large wooden tool. Yeah, all of that was a dick joke. It's great. Nah, it was traumatic. It really was. Speaking of traumatic, y'all look like y'all been traumatized. Daddy issues? Well, have you ever been traumatized by something that happened to somebody else? So, real quick, I'm prior military, and while I was in the military, I had the good graces to go to Tokyo on leave. Fun time. I went with a group of 6 of us total, and it was me, 2 other white guys, a Chinese dude, and 2 black gentlemen. And I use those words specifically because Thomas Jefferson is a fucking liar. All men are not created equal. Alright? So I walk over to my buddy, the next room over, and knock on the door, and he comes and opens the door, and I shit you not, he's wearing compression pants, and his dick is trying to peek out the bottom. Large black man. Like I said, there's a reason that I call him gentleman. You don't call those guys, you can't do that. You have to refer to him properly. And, I mean, it looked like he was trying to save a cat from a Chinese restaurant, guys. It wasn't even fair. I instantly got depressed. And see, we had all set out with this idea that we were all going to get laid in Tokyo. And he was the only one to accomplish it. Japanese women max out at about 5 feet. And his shit is hitting him on the knees, and he's 6'2". Okay? That means that this poor little Japanese girl, we can't talk to them. We don't understand what they're saying. They have no idea what we're saying, which means she pulled down his pants, saw that giraffe tongue off of his pelvis, and thought, my diaphragm hasn't been punched from the inside in a while. God, now I can't watch Pornhub because, all the big black cocks on it. I immediately get anxious. It's terrifying. It's traumatic. No, I was scrolling through Facebook the other day, and I saw him. He seems to be doing well. Wait, no, I was on Pornhub again. Sorry. Nah. So, scroll through Facebook, and have you seen those stupid questions that they ask? Like, ladies, no, if you were a worm, we wouldn't love you, okay? Real quick, I'm going to throw that out there. But no, I saw one, it's like, would you slap your dad for $1 million?
Yes.
She's like, motherfucker, I'd slap that bitch for free. I, too, have daddy issues, okay? He left for the milk and never came back. No, so I saw one, I think it was on TikTok actually. It said, would you slap a baby for $1 billion?
Yes.
Fucking yeah. Exclusively yes. Do you know what $1 billion is? Shit, for $1 billion I'd punt past and kick that bitch through the uprights. Jesus Christ, $1 billion. For all the people who are like, no, I can't slap a baby for that. You don't know what $1 billion is. If you stacked $1 billion dimes on top of each other, it would be 839 miles tall. That's longer than the state of Texas. Bitch, I would use that $1 billion to buy another baby to kick. Shit, $1 billion. Yeah, right. Oh, God. $1 billion. God. What'd I do for $1 billion likes on TikTok at this point? Nah, I can't believe it. I decided after going to see Bert Kreischer not Friday before last, that I was going to do this. I was going to be a comedian. And ever since then, my Adderall has said, yep, that's what we're focusing on, and that's all. So I'm sure all of my friends have just decided to stop listening to me because all I talk about is comedy. But I went into a coffee shop the other day, and get up to the counter, and it's gotten really hard to order coffee these days. Like used to, it was like, hey, can I have a cup of coffee? Yeah, sure. You want cream and sugar? No. Okay. And that's it. It was over then. And now you've got all these like flavors and frappes and cappuccinos, whipped creams and leather and blindfolds and chains, and that's the wrong store. Yeah, sorry. But I called my chance because he said, hey, what do you want? I was like, I want a large black coffee. Now, if you have seen Bert Kreischer do that bit on Starbucks, hilarious. So I knew it was my turn to make this joke, and I said, no, I want it to be picked first on the playground. I laughed, and he laughed. Now, mind you, I'm from Mississippi, just like most people here. So we were kind of late to that bus. And he leans over the counter, and he says, oh, so you wanted to get lynched for whistling at a white woman? And I said, hold on now, Jim Crow. We ain't about that. I know we were a little late to the People Aren't Property party, but we all got there eventually. Calm down. Okay. I guess I stopped being funny back there to the guy with the big forehead. He doesn't even realize that I'm talking with him. He's on his phone. Oh man, this is great. Is this what it sounds like when it's close to your face and you're typing on your phone? That's what it sounds like? Yeah. It's okay. I told you I was going to make fun of y'all if you weren't paying attention. So, no, I'm having a good time with it. Comedy is a wonderful thing. It's just not for everyone. And I've realized that. Like, the people who get really upset with beer cans. That's fun. Oh, man, it got quiet real quick. It's okay. If you were drinking Bud Light before the rainbows, you're gay already. Don't worry. Yeah. Dude, they got so mad. That's a Bud Light joke. It's a hot topic right now.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, it's great. Oh, dude. Can you believe that Chris Rock bought 4 cases of that shit just to blow it up? In protest. Shot it. Blew it up, right? And I'm like, that's just wasteful, man. At least drink it and fill it up with water. There's, sober kids starving kids in Alabama who could watch their dads drink that shit. You know? Chill out. Yeah. But, what's my time on? Huh? Got a minute? I got a minute. Cool. Yeah. No. Ladies, I'm convinced that it's not hard to be a woman. Look, Dylan Mulvaney has been a woman for 1 year. 6 national endorsements, sat down with the president's robot or clone, and performed on Broadway. Okay? So what's y'all's excuse? I'm sure y'all have been a woman for a lot longer than a year. Okay. Example number two. Caitlyn Jenner. Transition, June 2015. Won Woman of the Year, November 2015. Do the math real quick. That's 5 months. In 5 months, she was a better woman than everyone else for that year. Okay? You are losing to the away team at this point. You know what? I don't even feel bad. Now, I would be convinced, 100% convinced if an athlete transitioned from male to female and still sucked at the sport. I would be convinced. Yeah, I try. It's what I do. If her daddy hugged her, she would laugh more. No, that's all I got, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for laughing.
Logan Peters. Let's give him another round of applause, man.